Hello students, in the last lecture we have finished up to, we have given the example of polynomial function, your power function, identity function and constant function. We have discussed about the rational function and its domain. That was very important. Rational function was if in this form, fx is equal to px by qx. Okay, this is the rational function and its domain. While we are finding its domain of f will be what? It is R difference the set of elements of set of real numbers where qx is equal to 0. Okay, this is the natural domain of a rational function. If we will take an example of a rational function, suppose fx is equal to x square minus 1 by x cube minus 1. Yes, x square minus 1. It is a polynomial function. X cube minus 1. It is also a polynomial function. Here px is equal to x square minus 1, which is a polynomial of degree 2, and qx is also a polynomial whose degree is 3. Okay, now let us see where qx is equal to 0, because at those points your rational function is not defined, so those points will not be in the domain of the function. So yes, clearly qx is equal to 0 for x cube minus 1 is equal to 0. That is for, what is x cube? We can factorize it, x minus 1 into x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0. This is the x cube minus 1. Okay, so that is for x minus 1 is equal to 0 or x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0. But x square plus x plus 1 is not equal to 0 for any x belongs to R. How? It is not 0 for any x, because you see it is a quadratic equation. X square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0. What is its discriminant? Yes, its discriminant is b square minus 4ac, that is here a is 1, b is 1, c is also 1. So it is 1 square minus 4, 1 into 1. That is 1 minus 4, that is minus 3, which is negative. So x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0 has no real root. It has no real root, right? It has no real root. X square plus x plus 1. So yes, so the only possibility, thus x cube minus 1 is equal to 0 for x minus 1 is equal to 0, that is for x is equal to 1. So when x is equal to 1, denominator of this rational function will be 0. Denominator of this rational function will be 0. So what will be, it will not be defined at that point at x is equal to 1. So we should keep it out from the domain of the real of this function. So domain of this function, so domain of f will be r difference this, right? You can write it also like this, minus infinity 1 union 1 to infinity. You can also write in this form, ray minus infinity to 1, this is a ray, 1 to infinity, this is another ray. Okay, this is the domain of your rational function. In this way you form different rational functions and find their natural domain. Okay, now we will go to another function, real function, which is the modulus function. Modulus function, absolute value function. It is also known as absolute value function. Modulus function. Example number 6. Modulus function or absolute value function, right? It is called modulus function or absolute value function. Yes, modulus function f is defined as fx is equal to x if x is greater than equal to 0, minus x if x is negative, right? It is equal to x when x is greater than equal to 0 and minus x when x is negative. Or it is also defined, we denote it as symbolically. We denote it as modulus of x, right? That is, modulus of x is equal to x if x is greater than equal to 0 and minus x if x is less than 0, right? This is your modulus function. This is your modulus function. Okay, modulus function. Now you see, suppose you want to find out the modulus of 5. It is 5. Modulus of minus 7. Yes, here you see x is minus 7. Here x is minus 7. So it is less than 0. It is a negative quantity. So its modulus will be, its value will be what? It will be minus of minus 7. That is equal to 7. Okay. So modulus, what will be the modulus of 0? Yes, it is simply 0. Okay. Because for x greater than or equal to 0, modulus of x is x itself. Modulus of x is x itself. Okay. So modulus of 0 is 0. Yes. Also we can define this modulus function. We also can define modulus function like this. Modulus of x is equal to modulus of x is equal to maximum of x and minus x, right? Maximum between x and minus x, whichever is greater. Yes, you see, when x is greater than equal to 0, when x is greater than equal to 0, what will happen? Maximum of x and minus x. Yes, it will be equal to x, because if x is greater than equal to 0, then minus x will be less than equal to 0. Less than means it is to the left of 0. So who will be greater? X will be greater. So its value will be X. When X will be negative, maximum of X and minus X will be what? X is negative means minus of X will be positive, greater than 0. So its value will be minus X. So same definition, same. So you may define it like this, or maximum of X and minus X. Okay, this is the definition of modulus function. Modulus function. You can use this definition to this function. Suppose you are finding modulus of 5. That is, you can write maximum of 5 and minus 5. Right? Which is greater? It is clear that it is 5. What is modulus of minus 7? Yes, it is maximum of minus 7 and minus of minus 7. Right? That is maximum of minus 7 and 7. That is also 7. Okay. And modulus of 0. Yes, maximum of 0 and minus 0. Who is greater? 0, minus 0, 0, minus 0 or 0. This same. Yes. So modulus of 0 is 0. Okay. This is about definition of modulus function or the absolute value function. Okay. Now let us draw its graph. Yes, what will be its natural domain? Okay. What will be its natural domain? If this is the function, what is the natural domain of this? Yes. You see, for every real value of x, modulus of x is defined. Because if x is a real number, either it is greater than equal to 0 or it is less than equal to 0. If it is greater than equal to 0, then its value is itself. And if it is less than 0, then its value is minus of that. So it is defined. It is defined everywhere in the set of real numbers. So what is the natural domain of modulus function? Domain of modulus function is equal to the whole set of real numbers. The whole set of real numbers. Okay. Now what is the range? Range. You see, range, RNG we can write, range of modulus function x. Yes. Range of this function will be what? It is only non-negative real number, that is R plus union 0. You can write it like this, because you see from the definition it is clear. It is clear that x may be positive, may be negative, may be 0, but modulus of x, absolute value of x, cannot be negative. You know it very well. So its range must be the set of non-negative real numbers. Very important. Now let us draw the graph of this absolute value function. Graph. Yes. Graph. Yes, what I have told. First we have to draw the axis on the graph paper. It is x dash, y dash. It is the origin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take equal intervals. Yes, it is 0. It is -1, -2, -3, -4, minus 5, it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, like this. This is your coordinate plane. This is your coordinate plane. Okay. Now, what we will do? Yes. You see, fx is modulus of x. Modulus of x. So, modulus of x is same as modulus of minus x, right? Modulus of x is equal to the modulus of minus x. So, what conclusion you may draw? Yes. What is the conclusion? Yes, it is the function, the graph of this function is symmetric about y-axis. Why? Because by putting minus x in the function, in the formula, there is no change in the formula. There is no change in the formula. Yes, because modulus of x is same equal to modulus of minus x. So the graph of this, graph of the function is symmetric about, yes, symmetric about y-axis. Which axis? Y-axis. Okay. The graph of this function is symmetric about y-axis. So next what we will do? We will find some points of the function. Suppose it is x, it is y. Yes, if you take 0, it will be 0. If you take minus 1, it is 1. 1, it is 1. Minus 2, it is 2. 2, it is also 2. Minus 3, it is 3. Minus 4, plus 3. Plus 3, it is also 3. Minus 4, it is 4. 4, it is 4. And if you take minus 5, it will be 5. 5 also, y will be 5. Okay? Yes. Yes, another conclusion you may draw, because modulus of x, absolute value of x cannot be negative, so no part of the curve will lie below the x-axis, because you see below x-axis y is negative. Since the value of y cannot, here y is equal to what? Y is equal to modulus of x. The value of y cannot be negative. So no part of the curve will lie below the x-axis. And the graph is symmetric about y-axis. So its graph will lie in the first quadrant and in the second quadrant. First quadrant and second quadrant. Okay, let us plot the graphs. Suppose 0, 0 is a point. Yes, this is 0, 0. Then minus 1, 1. Yes, if the point is here. 1, 1, the point is here. Minus 2, 2, the point will be here. Suppose 2, 2, the point will be here. If you use graph paper, then the graph will be more accurate. But I am drawing the rough sketch diagram roughly, so it may not be exact graph. Okay, in exam also sometimes you are asked to find the to draw the rough sketch diagram of the graph. Okay, so you will do like this. 2, 3, it is 3. Minus 3, it is also 3. Minus 4, it is 4. And minus 5, it is 5. Somewhere here. Yes. These are the points. And here 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Here is the point. If we will join them, it will be a straight line. And here, because you see fx is equal to, it will behave like this, the identity function fx is equal to modulus of x will be equal to x when x is greater than or equal to 0. So it is just like your identity function in the first quadrant. And here it is also a straight line like this. So this is the graph of your absolute value function. Okay. Before going to the 12th class syllabus, I am discussing in detail about functions. Why? Because we will take the limit, we will test the continuity, and we will test the differentiability of the functions, of the real functions. So we have to be acquainted with its domain, range, their behavior graph in on the coordinate plane, when it is increasing, when it is decreasing, where it has a discontinuity, etc., etc. So anyway, so this is your graph of absolute value function. Okay, and you see, you might have read the properties of absolute value of a real number. The properties of absolute value of a real number. What are the properties? The same. The properties here also you can use for functions. Modulus of x is equal to 0 if and only if, number 1, modulus of x is always greater than or equal to 0 for all x belongs to R, right? Number 2, modulus of x, absolute value of x is equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to 0, right? Then number 3, modulus of, suppose a plus b is less than or equal to modulus of a plus modulus of b, which is known as triangle inequality. What is this? Triangle inequality. Yes, you have done it in your matriculation in a ninth, perhaps in 9th class. Okay. In 4th, absolute value of a minus absolute value of b is less than or equal to absolute value of a minus b. Okay, it will be derived from this triangle inequality. Okay, then number 4, absolute value of a into b is equal to absolute value of a into absolute value of b. Absolute value of a by b, this is equal to absolute value of a by absolute value of b, provided absolute value of b is not equal to 0. Okay, that means b is not equal to 0, that is absolute value, that is b is not equal to 0. Yes, when b is equal to 0, absolute value of b must be 0. Also, a by b will not be defined, we know. Yes. This is perhaps all about your absolute value function. Okay, these are the properties which may be required in future. So I have just written it. You have read it in 9th class perhaps. Okay. So this is all about your absolute value function, and next we will discuss a significant function which is called signum function. What is that? Signum function. Okay. Signum function. Yes. Number 7. signum function. What is this? It is represented like this: SGN, signum function. SGN x is equal to x by modulus of x if x is not equal to 0, and it is 0 when signum function is 0 if x is equal to 0, right? If x is equal to 0. Okay. This is your signum function, which is defined with the help of modulus function. Okay. Now, yes. Yes. Signum function. So let us find its. You see, signum value of 2 will be what? 2 by modulus of 2, that is 2 by 2, that is 1. Signum value of minus 2 is minus 2 by absolute value of minus 2, that is minus 2 by 2, that is minus 1. Signum value of 5, yes, 5 by modulus of 5, that is 5 by 5, that is 1. Signum value of minus 5, right? It is minus 5 by modulus of minus 5, that is minus 5 upon 5, that is minus 1. Minus 1. So what we have observed? When x does, sorry, it will not be visible here. Thus, signum value of x is equal to 1 if x is greater than 0, and minus 1 if x is less than 0, and 0 if x is equal to 0. You see these three quantities. The value of a signum function is equal to 1 when x is greater than 0, and yes, it can be observed from the function SGNX is equal to x by modulus of x, that is equal to x by x if x is greater than 0. By definition of absolute value function, it will be 1, and signum value of x is equal to x by modulus of x is equal to x by minus x if x is a negative quantity. So it is minus 1. Yes, if x is a negative quantity, its value will be minus 1. And we know signum value of 0 is equal to 0. So thus we have three values, 1, minus 1 and 0. So when x is positive, signum value of x is 1. When x is negative, signum value of x is minus 1. And when x is 0, its value is 0. Okay, so what is its domain? Yes, domain of signum function, domain of signum function is equal to R, because it is defined everywhere in the set of real numbers. Okay, now what is its range? Range of signum function is equal to, this is minus 1, 0 and 1. This is the set, right? Minus 1, 0, 1. Yes, this is the range of signum function. Let us find its graph. Yes, what will be its graph? Graph, it is very simple. You see, you draw the coordinate axis like this. Yes, one like this, you draw it. Everywhere you see it is 1 for positive value. For positive value, it will be 1. Everywhere it will just like your constant function, right? Just like your constant function. And for x negative, it is suppose minus 1. Yes, it will be like this. Okay, and for 0, it is 0. 0. So this is the graph of your signum function. Okay. Yes, today in this lecture we will stop here. Next time we will discuss other real functions, other examples of real functions like your exponential function, logarithm function. Then we will go to trigonometric functions. Okay. Thanks. Yes, take examples, draw the graph, find the domain, range, etc. Okay. Thank you.